Is it me, or does my head look like a rectangle? Hello, my name is Miro. Thank you for joining me today for another planty video. I think this time we're going to do a vlog. I didn't do a vlog in a long time. Hoya Pericti is getting into my head. This needs to be repotted. It's been sitting here off to the side. Someone even asked what that Hoya is. It's been sitting here in the room since Hoya of the Week episode, which was a long time ago. It's Hoya Pericti, for those of you who asked. Look at that leaf. Just how dare you? How dare you look so nice? So she needs to be repotted, retrellised, and potentially cut a little bit. I do want to make a Hoya sale. I have finally an eye set on a new camera that I would like, since my camera is... And I would also like to record from two different angles. We want to get fancy. So I want to do a Hoya sale, but we'll see if that will be possible. That Hoya is going to tip over and fall on me and on my coffee. But anyway, I wanted to do a vlog here, just a relaxed vlog. I don't know how many days this is going to be. I really don't have a plan for that. I do approximately know what I want to do. I have an unboxing here. I have a new light. I have a new plant. Plural. And I want to get new pots, new cover pots for my epicenias. I got two cover pots. I'm gonna show you. I typically don't get cover pots because I typically grow plants in self-watering, and in my tents I don't need cover pots. It just wouldn't make sense. But this epicea here, which I need to repot, it's a little bit overexposed, so let's fix that. Oh my goodness, look at her. Look at her. She is gorgeous. She got this cover pot. This epicea is called Pink Brocade. I do have a pot here in which I need to repot her in, and then we're going to use this as a cover pot. So that's one of them that I got. And then, I don't know if I showed this epicea, but it's also a relatively recent acquisition. This is Unpredictable Helen. So this one has slightly smaller leaves and the patterning should be different. I got this pot for her. And I need to find a pot that fits here because this see-through pot doesn't really fit. I don't want to see the rim. So I want to find a good pot that can go in here. I have a million nursery pots, but that's Unpredictable Helen. She's so cute. And side by side, you can definitely see the difference between these two. The coloration is different. People are going to be like, those look like two exactly the same plants. They don't. I promise you they're different. I want to get so many of these. Oh, I almost broke my cup. By the way, this cup is from one of my patrons and friends, Kathi. This is from Australia. I do have a different cup from her that's actually my favorite. It has an even better design, but it cracked. I don't know if there is a way to fix a cup. There probably is. If I looked on internet, there is like a crack inside. So I think, I don't know really why this happened, but it leaks now. And I would like to fix it because I want to keep using it. But this is another one, and they have like super nice coasters. I think there are like 4 that you can get, and she has been sending me some packages, and then in each package I get a new one to complete my collection. I have one more pink epicea. I need to get all of them, of course. And this one, maybe I will get a different pot for this one. So I currently keep it like this. This is a pot that my friend Dragana made when she went to a pottery class. I have another one that I will show you later. So this is handmade, you can see. And I actually love that there are these imperfections. I would really love if I could find something like that. It does have a hole. She intended this for some orchids. So I do put a bit of a saucer here. I don't know, I've been thinking maybe I should pot directly into this. And this epicea is a little bit more challenging. This is Pink Smoke. It's a miniature one, it seems. And it's very, very painfully slow to grow. So I don't know, maybe I will put it directly into this. Or I will find a pot that is sort of more shallow but wide. I don't know if I'll be able to find that. Or maybe we need a different cover pot. But anyways, that is my pink epicea collection, and they all need watered. But now I have to unbox a couple of things. By the way, this is going to be very chatty, so if you're not into chatting, I don't care. I am. So I have two orders. I have pots here and a light that I want to use for my shelf, which you may have seen. I don't know if I have made my makeover video yet at this point. I mean, at the point when I'm recording this, I haven't, but maybe I will post this after the makeover. I'm not really sure, but I want to use this IKEA reflector for the shelf on the side, and I got a Sansi grow light for this with those pots, and I will just screw this into the side of my shelf. I lost the piece here that is actually supposed to help you attach this, but there are two screw holes, but they will be super difficult to access. I don't have a screwdriver that's like angled, so you can see there are like screw holes there. Don't know how I will do this. Anyway, let's do the unboxing. I'm super curious to see how bright the light is. And this is not sponsored. I bought this with my own money. Sansi did approach me before for sponsoring, but I did refuse. Not because I don't like them, I don't know much about the brand, and honestly, to be quite transparent with you, what they were offering was just unacceptable. So, I don't really know why they do this. Like, just tape it better, you know? Tape the box better. So, my clear pots, which you don't need to see, but I will show them to you. So I have a bill here. Oh, that's quite heavy. Also much more expensive. It says 40 euros, but I paid 20. I don't know. So I have the pots here. I got 20 pots. I also got 40 recently. I need more pots. And these are the only size that we can get. I think we can get one more size that is larger than this, but the nursery pots, this is like the only size we can get. I have a bunch of repotting to do, so I need a lot of the pots. And then the light here. So it's A21 15-watt light. Ooh, it looks big. It's so heavy. It is disturbingly heavy. I will up the light, sorry for the lower exposure. Yeah, so the reason why that sticks out so much is I'm gonna show you. This IKEA reflector, I don't know if reflector, spotlight is the word in English. In Serbian we call it reflektor. But anyway, the reason why that looks so ridiculous is because the different type of this, again, don't know the word in English for this. We call it the throat of the lamp. Maybe you should learn English with me. Serbian. Maybe I should learn something. So this is E27, which I think is European standard. I think in the US it's E26. This is E14, so you can't really see even inside, but that one is E14. So to get that to work, you need a converter from E14 to E27, and then you can screw this in, which of course makes the bulb longer. I don't know why it's crooked though. And then I can put it in the thing. Anyway, I'm gonna turn it on. Please do not get electrocuted, Miro. Oh, that's quite bright actually. Okay, so that is gonna do a relatively good job on my shelf. I think that this is gonna be like the distance from them. I think I want to use this for my anthuriums as well. Yeah, it's decent. So that makes me happy and blind at the same time. Who knew? And now I have the plants. So I'm gonna leave the exposure where it is for now. So sorry if my faces look super dark, but it just works better for you to see the plants. I ordered a begonia and a Sinengia and Epicea. And she sent me 2 begonias as a gift, I think. This lady always sends me gifts. She's lovely. Oh, she packs so well. I wish I knew how to pack like this. I can pack well too, but not with these. I think this is the largest one. I think this is the Syningia. And she told me it looks a little bit bad. And I always forget the name of this one, so I'll have to look it up. Syningia leucotrica. So this is, or leucotrica, CH. Yeah, leucotrica, I think, would be the proper way to pronounce that. But anyway, she said this is a little bit damaged. The leaves are a little bit damaged because it was in a prop box. So it's not going to look perfect. But I know that next year she is. And this is a plant that can last for such a long time. It's one of those Syningias that has a bulb. Fern has this one. And I just got reminded when I saw her video recently on it how much I wanted this. Actually, even before that, she offered me this one. I'm like, not sure, because it's a bit expensive here. It's about $30. And I think it's cheaper elsewhere. I did see it on some European websites as low as €5, and even with a tuber, which I don't really know about that. That sounds way too cheap. Whenever I see a plant with a tuber, with a bulb, that is so cheap, I suspect that it has been poached. But this has been propagated by her. So I think the tuber, if there is one, is very small. I think this one needs to form the tuber. But we shall see. Oh my gosh. I already love the leaves. Oh, I already love it. Yeah, the leaves are a little bit damaged, but the fuzz. Oh my gosh. Why didn't anyone tell me this is so good? By the way, for everyone who's saying that I'm not talking about Hoyas as much, guys, I have 500 Hoyas, or close to 500 Hoyas. They're not going anywhere. I've spent more than a fair amount of money this year on Hoya, and I would just like to get some other plants as well. This is a little bit difficult to unbox. Oh, she's so cute. So you can see that some of the leaves are damaged, and it does look slightly fuzzy, or slightly less fuzzy than I've seen online. And I think that probably could be a light thing. I don't really know. The leaves are also larger than I expected. I think next year this is gonna look nicer, but like, look at that new growth. Can you freaking believe how fuzzy that is? I want to rub this all over my face. Look at the back. Oh, it's so lovely to touch this. I do believe this is a higher light plant, so I'm not really sure exactly where I will put it. Yeah, I don't see a tuber. So this one probably needs to form a tuber. So it's gonna take years. And this plant can last a very long time. Let me just get it out of the pot, just to look a bit. Just to do an inspection. Some crushed eggshells. It's quite moist. Oh, there is a tuber. So the tuber is tubing. There is one. I don't know why she potted it so low then. Because typically you would raise this. Would you focus? This is why I need a new camera with AI focus. Sony has one with AI focus that's supposedly amazing. But yeah, this tuber, I mean, it's not rotten or anything. So that's great, but I think you're supposed to elevate this. So I don't know what to do with this. Hey, if you have any suggestions, I'm not going to repot it yet, and I'm not going to water it for a moment because it's quite wet. I am just going to put it back, but if you have any suggestions, like should I clean this off and expose that tuber a bit? Because everything that I've seen is with an exposed tuber. Don't know why she did it that way, to be honest, but hey, it works for her apparently. I mean, she grew it well. Which is, I'm always surprised when I see people break the rules, what we think of as rules, and they just grow better plants than like you and I do. I'm like, how? I see people grow Hoyas in pure peat, I said this before, and they're just like better looking than my Hoyas, and I'm like, how dare you? Anyway, I don't know the rest of them, what they are. I mean, I know what the plants are, but I could see the pot from that one, so I knew exactly in what package it's going to be. So let's just start. This is the begonia. This is the most expensive begonia thus far that I got. And I really should not have. It wasn't terrible. It was nowhere near the price of Hoya undulata or any other Hoyas that I got. So it's much cheaper than them, but it's at the same time the most expensive begonia that I got. So, oopsie. So this is a cross of Darth Vaderiana. Is that how you pronounce it? I think that is how you pronounce it. I'm just gonna... I have peat on my phone. It's a cross between Darth Vaderiana and Chlorosticta. And it's called Queen's Constellation, I think. I will just check what the name says on it. Oh, it is absolutely gorgeous. It is exactly what I wanted. I did think it was going to be a little bit darker, to be honest with you. But that's probably influenced by the light. Also, there is a lot of light in this room. Yeah, it looks more reddish. So it's hybridized by two people, and it registered and introduced in 2021 by Chad Wunderlich and Ilya Konstantinov. One of them is Root Wonder on Instagram, and another one is Fearless Botany on Instagram. Oh my gosh, they have some nice begonias. Shouldn't have looked. Anyway, I will link them below. Begonia Darth Vaderiana is one of those plants that was super popular, super requested back in the day. And when I say back in the day, I mean 3 years ago. And it was poached a lot. I think before that you could also get it not poached from collectors, but when the demand sort of increased, they started to poach it because of the high demand, obviously. And it's also notorious, aside from that, it's notorious for how difficult it is to care for. So I do hope that because this is a cross, that it's going to be easier. This lady overpacked, like this is way too well packed. I can't release it. I'm not going to repot it now. It is going to go into my terrarium. I did notice that Chlorosticta does not really love the terrarium as much as of recently. She did before. Don't know what happened. Oh my gosh, this is actually absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. It also is not the accurate color that you see on camera. Don't know why that is. Let me change some settings here. Maybe this? It's still not the most accurate color, really. It's making it more red than it is. It really depends on the light source. My lights are very warm, so it's looking more red, but if I put it here, it looks different. If I put it all the way where the light doesn't reach it, it really depends on the light how this is gonna look. But it is beautiful. I'm trying to figure out how to show this to you. I mean, you can also see as I move it how it shimmers and how it changes when I remove my hands, how it looks when the light passes through it. It's actually gorgeous. So this is, as you can see now, in my Rodsta cabinet, and it is much darker than on the video. Again, not really exactly what my eyes see. What my eyes see is still darker than this. Probably, well, not that dark. Maybe something like that corresponds to what my eyes see. So that is approximately the color that you can expect if you are to get this plant. It's doing well. A bit of the dry tip, but I think it arrived like this. But yeah, it's doing really well, and I just wanted to show you what she looks like. We have an epicea that I really wanted. I don't know if it's the next one. It is small, and she is a B word. Yet, did not stop me. Let's try to actually find it, if it's the next one. It's not. That's a begonia. Maybe this one, because she said it's quite small still. yeah. So this epicea, this is called amber lace. I'm going to insert a photo of what this is supposed to look like. This is one of those chimeral plants. And the issue here is that this epicea, aside from being gorgeous and not very common, is number one, slow to grow. Number two, extremely eager to either go fully green or fully pink. What it should do is be balanced. Now this lady, what she sold me has a lot of green leaves and has some fully pink leaves, so not ideal. But I do see some growth that is balanced, so we will see. I don't think she can really influence this. Before she sold some that were balanced, but I mean, I don't think that means much. I think it can turn on you either way. So we will just grow it out and see. It wasn't terribly expensive. It was about $18. I think maybe one with that's bigger and with nicer variegation would cost more. And the fully pink leaves are not having fun. Like this fully pink leaf, we're gonna lose that. I'm probably not gonna touch it for some time. I'm going to let it grow in this tiny cup. So yeah, one leaf is a goner. It is this one. I'm gonna leave it on though, but that's a goner. And I know it doesn't look like much, especially because it's small, but I do hope she grows well. So this is amber lace. Once again, she should look different. You can see that leaf is half and half. And I wouldn't be mad if we had like more green leaves and more pink leaves, but I really hope that like some of them will be more balanced, because the green leaves are not particularly attractive. The pink ones, fully pink, are. I don't mind that, but yeah, I bought it because it can get really, really gorgeous when it's sort of mixed. But people say that this is tough one, that she will, again, easily go fully pink or fully green on you, and she's slow. So yeah, that leaf is just, actually, I'm going to remove it because it's rotten, you know? So unfortunately, it needs to go. Bye. So that's what she looks like now. I will obviously keep you updated. I hope it grows faster than pink smoke, because pink smoke is just not fast. It's also quite sensitive. I do get sort of melted looking leaf tips now and then. I do think it needs to be repotted. It's just not very well potted either, which I'm gonna do probably in a different video. Maybe by the time I put out this video, it will already be repotted. But yeah, that one is also quite a challenge. Okay, now I have a couple of more. The rest is begonias. So those 3 plants I paid for. These are the gifts. We will also go some pot shopping. I will take you out. It is the beginning of yet another heat wave here, so that's not nice. This is species Irian Jaya. Oh, I actually like this. Oh, wow. I wasn't sure because she offered me this one. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Because it kind of looks plainish. But the leaves are more leathery than you would expect for a begonia. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Well, color me impressed. I was really unsure about this one. She offered me this one as a gift, but she said, you know, you can take a look at the rest of them and what I have and select something else. And I just didn't find anything else that I liked. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's do that one. But I really wasn't as excited, even though I do know this is rare and elsewhere expensive. Oh, shut up. Shut your mouth trap. Look at that. Why did I want to say no to this? And look at the back. Oh, and she's so not, the leaves are really thick. I think this can even grow. Did not expect. I love when plants surprise me. It has a thick stem. She's thick all over. So, that sounds offensive. So, I just think that she can grow in room conditions. Oh, when I look at them, like the pink epicenias and the begonia here. Mwah. This is Melanobulata. used to be much rarer. Now it's borderline common, but it gets super nice when it grows. This was also a gift, also one that I don't know what reason I avoided, because I used to want Melanobulata, and I know a lot of people don't like this because of the way the leaves look. So if you are one of those people, maybe this is not for you, but I do like it. Oh, look at that. Look at the hairs. Can you see the hairs? You sort of can. What a weird leaf. Love it. Let's up the light a bit. I think that's enough light for me. I do have a mess to clean up here, so I shall be doing that, and I don't know if I'm gonna go for pots, to get pots today or tomorrow, but yeah, I'll definitely find some chores. I have to actually record another video. Ooh, bright. At last, IKEA has sent me my order. Finally, we have it. It is day 2 of this vlog, and I have my order. I ordered a plant stand, and I ordered this over 2 weeks ago when I was doing my room makeover, which is still not finished, as we all know, because I keep complaining about it, the same that I complain about this package. They just, for whatever reason, when I ordered my stuff, they had everything in stock, but it took them so long to actually pack and send that things ran out of stock, and instead of letting me know, they just didn't, and I had to contact them, and then they canceled my order. I'm like, well, I still need this, because this is what we have here, the reason why I made the order. It is the plant stand, and what I will use as a repotting station. You will see for the videos. I wouldn't buy this if I wasn't recording videos, because I don't think it's going to be very useful to me, but because I do record, especially now on the floor, I think it will be useful. And I ordered another plant stand with this one, but that was the one that went out of stock. It is from the same series, but like for a single plant. And I wasn't really sure what I was going to put on that. In the beginning, I thought maybe my Araucaria, which you can't really see. She's here. She needs a repot. And I thought maybe I would put it here. And I also ordered some Ziploc bags, which I needed to send some cuttings. That was also out of stock, which is like very un-IKEA-like. But anyway, don't know what's happening with them. Instead, we will just unbox this, and you can't really see the box well, but you can assume that it's there. Maybe we will repot some Hoyas in this vlog too. I do have 4 here that I sort of set aside to repot, so I think we can do that. I initially wanted to make a separate video for it because it is, I think, useful, but I don't know, you will see. If you think that it's something that needs to be in a separate video, I will make one, but if you don't, then I guess not. I guess no. So this is the plant stand, olive blood. I really don't know what that is. I don't have a Swedish accent. That's the one that I got. I did expect it to be, oh, box cutting into my flesh. I did expect it to be larger. But I think that's basically the max size. I guess I didn't measure right. My desk. Oh, get out, get out. So maybe for this I can lower a bit my camera. Gotta make sure the shorts are not ripped, because that happened in one of the previous videos. So this is Strandun. I don't know, Swedes, how do we say that? So this is desk that people use for camping. I shan't be going camping, not for me, but I thought because it is a foldable desk that it could come very handy for repots, so we might get to use it. I feel like we do have to use it. Oh, look at him. Look at cuteness. And I need something that is like, that can be set on the ground, but elevate my plants enough so you can see them. I still don't really have my repotting angle figured out. Oh, he's cute. I like that he's blue, and I can just I cannot just hang him someplace. I was like, I can just hang him someplace. I guess I actually could. I do love industrial style, and this is definitely that. I wish he was just slightly taller. So you just unfold him. It can be locked here. And we unfold him here. And voila. Oh, that's actually a very good height for a repot. And you get to see me, especially if I move. And let's pretend we have to repot a priktai, because we're not going to do it. Yeah, that's a nice height. And then I will put my IKEA, the plastic tray. Oh, I love it. And guess what? The desk table, I don't know, it has these on the side. So I can put like my scissors and stuff there. It's actually very stable. Oh, he's so cute. Look at him. Wait, I need to show him. He's so adorable. Oh, you can see the mess here. Don't look at that. And who knows, maybe I will decide to go camping. I highly doubt it. But hey, you never know. Maybe I will become a camper. Once again, highly, highly doubt. Now for this, we shall assemble this together. One of my patrons, Tessa, told me she has this and she said it's very unstable. I wanted to get a couple of these because they're relatively cheap and to put them here and put these big aeroids on it. But yeah, hers is super wobbly and those aeroids are heavy. That's not the best angle, but hey. Oh, that's way smaller. How did I could not put my aeroids on that. What? Oh, I thought this was like at least twice the size. Honestly, did I measure? It's nice though. It goes well with the rods does. Oh yeah, that's way small. Oh, I don't even know if the plants that I intend to put on there will fit. I wanted to put my 2 multifloras in Locky, but my Locky is gonna take half of it. And then that's it. I also thought that I would be able to put one of my greenhouses underneath and put a light on the bottom of this. So maybe not even that is gonna work. But anyway, the assembly should be super simple. Wait, why am I struggling? Yeah, so far it's okay. Yeah. I don't expect that is gonna change, but it's just the nature of the piece, I suppose. I really hope that somehow magically my greenhouse will fit in here. All right. Yeah, it is a bit wobbly. It is sturdy though, so. But I don't think our greenhouse is just not like this. Our greenhouse is at least this size. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Oh, my leg has died in the process. Worst case scenario, I can put plants still and a grow light. So it will be fine, but I really don't know where I will put that greenhouse thing. Yeah, this is like super deluge. Deluge being short for delusional. That won't fit. Let's see. Can we shove it in there? Lol. It cannot be opened anymore. So that's a negative. It also looks awful, so that's another negative. I will just have to find a different spot for this. I mean, I could always put it here on the floor. It's not gonna be super convenient, but like, what the heck is super convenient in this space? I can just make it fit somewhere here. Not the happiest solution, but It is a solution. All right, so what I will do now is I will put this where it's supposed to go. I will film that for my makeover. And I will, tomorrow I think, go and try to find some pots for you and also edit this video a bit today, and then tomorrow I will also repot some Hoyas and somehow edit all of it. These two things are so nice, but this is adorable. It's fashionable. Don't we think so? Goes well with my complexion. Am I a winter, fall, summer, or spring? I actually don't know what the color analysis is. I just saw some shorts. Okay, sip it and go.
I cannot ignore this. I've grabbed my blind.
All right, fit, check. Anyway, my hands are definitely not long enough to do this. It says Miro with possibly the longest. Did I say legs? I meant hands, arms. Anyway, it is very hot today. It is 32 and it's like 11 a.m., which is around, I think, 90. I don't know if you can hear that music in the back. There is a wedding. They start early with the weddings. Anyway, so it's very hot. We're gonna go look for the pots. I need 3, 4, I don't really know. I've been really wanting to get some decorative pots for some of my plants, predominantly begonias and epicenias, that I keep outside of the cabinet. Oh, I love when people park like this. So I have to go on the road. Love it, my favorite thing ever. Anyway, people keep constantly passing by and it's really odd to vlog in a city of this size. We only have like 20,000 people, which is relatively small. But if I wasn't vlogging, there would be no one here. Also, we can appreciate the sun reflection on my forehead. Anyway, I need some decorative pots. We're gonna go into, I think, 3 stores. One of them, 2 of them are flower shops. One of them is not. One of them is a store called Pepco. Don't really know if you have that anywhere else but in Serbia, but it's basically, yeah, you can buy a lot of trinkets there. And they do have sometimes nice pots. So I'm gonna go and look. But I will take you to a couple of flower stores, I think. Oh, I can't pass here. I always have to duck. In front of so many houses, I have to duck to pass because of the trees. Oh, shush! That's the swimming pool. We shouldn't be going there. So that is where we're going to look for the pots. All right, I ended up getting like 3 cover pots and 2 mugs that could potentially end up as cover pots, or I can use them as mugs like normal people. I'm gonna go to the supermarket now and then to 2 flower shops. For those who will ask, there is no one out because it's so hot and everyone, I think, is going to the swimming pool. This is where you go once you get sick. This is the local clinic, which you can see. Okay, here is the entrance. Hopefully it is visible. Now you can kind of see it. And that is a school, and then downtown. There used to be greenery in the city center, but they took it all out to plant new trees. Now it's actually quite difficult to go through there because it's so hot. So you can see no people, except a couple of them. But there's a fountain and that's it. And like all the small trees that are yet to grow. That's the city hall, constantly under reconstruction. And the city square is flanked by 2 churches. This is one of them. That's the other one. Anyway, time to go to the store. And this used to be a huge department store with a restaurant on top, but it closed down when I was a kid. I mean, there's like a Chinese shop now in there, like with basically AliExpress stuff. This here is my elementary school. It is very old. The building is not very nice next to it. You start, this smaller building is like the small school, and then you graduate to this bigger one, but you're like in the first 4 grades here, and then you move on. It wasn't this color though when I went there. It was white, I believe. I am going to pick up some sellotape because I have to do some packing. I have a package to send on Monday. Even though it's hot, this lady demanded, despite me saying it's not a great idea, but okay, what shall I do? So I need some sellotape, and then we can go to the flower store. I just finished with the supermarket. Of course, I bought more than I wanted to buy, but hey, that's how life is. Since I'm showing you where I went as a kid, this is my kindergarten behind that metal fence. It's honestly not in a great shape. It was much better 30 years ago. Much nicer. And yeah. Also, I will be surprised if I don't break the pots. Update. Still hot. And finally, we are on our way to the flower store. It's honestly not very convenient because the pots and the groceries do add up. It's not super heavy, but it's also not super pleasurable. So yeah, anyway, I think we have about 45 minutes, an hour before we get home. So it's very windy, don't know how much of this you will be able to hear. But last night I went to bed like 3 a.m. I had a lot of watering to do, and I did not get to do any of the editing. I typically wouldn't record this late in the week because I like to have my videos finished by Saturday, but today is Saturday. I would typically record up to Thursday or even earlier, but you know, my IKEA arrived very late. But anyway, we will have to definitely cram this video in. People, I have to cross the street because people honestly would rather burn in the sun than have to say hello to a couple of people there that I don't know. For the past month, I would say I've been pretty good, not with time management per se, but I've been pretty good at getting the video finished by Saturday and having a Sunday off. And by having Sunday off, I mean watering and doing plant chores and still working, but kind of off. But I can't cross here. How lovely. Nature is basically like you will have to face people. Just saw a third car this week with Zurich registration plate. Why are the Swiss people here? I guess it's probably Serbians who moved, people from my town who moved to Switzerland. Lucky them. But anyway, yeah, I just really want to have Sunday off, but I will be editing this today and tomorrow, unfortunately. I mean, I like to edit, but you know, it would be nice to have, again, that Sunday off. Also, this is completely random. There are a couple of people from my town who are in the Olympics. They are, I think, is it kayak? Is it boat rowing? Something to do with water and vessels on water and stuff. I don't know. But I think they're like 2 or 3 years older than I am. And well, I haven't ever been to Olympics, but I do have a YouTube channel, so what is a bigger achievement? But yeah, since so many people are obsessed with the Olympics and everyone is watching, I don't know, I thought that would be interesting. I actually kind of know them, but not really. I wasn't a very popular kid, as you can imagine. The guy who walks down the street recording himself with a phone was not very popular. It's not that I wasn't very popular, I was antisocial. Kind of my fault. Not really if you're born that way, right? I didn't buy anything at the last place. There were a couple of pots that I thought were cute, but a little bit too big. Also, I bought way too many pots. I bought a macrame hanger with a pot in the first flower store that you saw me enter. I know the footage is bad, probably, of inside the flower store, but they don't really have that many plants that are interesting. It's really a miracle how I have so many plants, considering there are really no options locally. Goes to show you, if you really want something, you gon' get it. But I bought 2 pots there too, so I think I have total 5 pots, 1 with a hanger. Don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I just thought the hanger was cute. It was $4. Yes, I could make a hanger, but hey, anyway, I don't exactly know what led me to buy it. But all in all, I'm going back home. I've left an hour and a half ago and I am sweating, so I need to go home, take a shower, and do some repotting. Hello, and today is the I don't know exactly which day of the vlog, I think 4th. And things didn't go exactly as planned yesterday when I got back home. I did record a video yesterday doing a repot and showing you the pots that I got, but unfortunately my microphone was not turned on completely. It was turned on, but to this piece, which you can see here, now it is just hanging, there was a lav mic connected to that, and there was like a 1 millimeter that didn't go fully in. I don't know why. I think maybe because I put it in my pocket and somehow it got unhooked, and it didn't record for at least half of the video that I did yesterday, so you can imagine I was really happy about it. I took it really well. I will not know what to do. I don't have the strength to re-record this. Anyway, we're making a self-watering hanging pot. Yeah, that didn't go great, but today I decided to re-record this, even though I first wanted to do just the voiceover, but honestly it would be even more work. So I'm going to show you once again all the pots that I got, and then we will repot 1 plant, and I will show you how I hack my self-watering pots to be hanging with a hoop trellis. By the way, this is one of the 3 shirts that you have seen in this vlog. The Hoya one, which I used yesterday, you didn't see that one much because, well, that video is down the drain. This one and the alien one with the Bigfoot, all of those have been sent to me by my Patreon, Youth of the Balmut, so thank you very much. They are really, really nice. I love them. Also super grateful because now I can buy more plants and I don't have to buy shirts. I was actually gonna buy some shirts, but when the shirts arrive, right, you can redirect that money to plants. But first of all, I got 2 mugs yesterday. I already used this one to drink coffee from. And honestly, this one gave me such Lord of the Rings vibes, even though that one is much taller, the one that Gandalf uses when he goes to Minas Tirith to find out about the ring. I don't know, it just gave me such nice and cozy vibes, so I had to buy it, even though I do have plenty of mugs, but what's 2 more? I don't know honestly why I bought this one, I just thought this one looked cute. They were a bit expensive for my taste. They were $4, $4.5, I think, which is somewhere around €3, so maybe that's not too much. I got 1 macrame hanger in a flower store, and I didn't record much in the flower stores. Honestly, I was a bit embarrassed to record there because there was no one. Plus, there are not many plants to see. You kind of saw in the vlog that it's just like a very regular selection of plants. Very rarely we will get something here that interests me, I guess. But anyway, I'm gonna show you that. And I know that I can make a macrame hanger, but honestly, every time that I look for a rope, it stinks. And this one doesn't stink. I don't know why they all stink. I can't bear to have them in the room. They have this gasoline almost, but not just gasoline. It's just such a weird smell, and I had macrame hangers before, and I leave them out to sort of get rid of the smell, but it just doesn't want to go away. So anyways, I bought this. It was definitely something that is too expensive. It is €4 or about $5 for this, so I don't know. But then if you consider that I have to go to extreme lengths to find a good rope and to make it, and I would never be able also to make this, look that nice. Maybe it's not too much. I'm not gonna go out and buy, you know, 5 of them or anything. I just wanted to get one, and I don't know, we will highlight a plant in this. Also, another reason why I'm re-recording this is I got a text message yesterday about a Hoya sale. As I told you, I'm trying to sell some Hoyas, and this person had such, first of all, it was such a rude message. Second of all, they didn't tell me their name, so I don't know who I'm talking to. And third, all the Hoya names were absolutely wrong, so I got super annoyed. But anyway, so I got this, and I got this pot with it. The pot was separate. It was €3 or €2.50, $3. It's not something that I would typically buy, honestly. It's not my vibe. But for whatever reason, I was like, yeah. Something that is more of my vibe is this, which I also got, by the way. Like something that's more geometric, or something like this that I got from my epicea. You know, that's more of my vibe, or just like a plain pot with no design on it. So yeah, I don't know why I chose that one, but it's also fun to have an odd pot, I guess, that typically you wouldn't choose. I think so, at least. But anyway, in the first store that you saw me enter, I bought 3 pots. One of them did damage in the transit because they didn't have anything to wrap them in. So you can see here that it got chipped a bit, which is unfortunate. That also made me angry, by the way, yesterday when I realized it. But it's a nice yellow pot. Something small can go in there. I can plant things directly in it, but I don't think I will. I think I will put like in a plastic pot. And I got a black one too. Now, black one is also chipped, so not the best quality perhaps. So got those 2. And this will be like a nice contrast if I put something like with very colorful foliage. Like, once again, I'm just using the epicea as this example, but that's such a nice contrast, I think. I do have a plant that you won't believe they have it. I will show it in a future haul. This haul I'm sort of saving because it's super special. I honestly am not showing it to you because plants went through somewhat traumatic shipping, but they arrived well. And one of the plants is a Hoya that is quite rare, quite beautiful, but it's taking over a month to root. So I didn't want to show it to you. I don't want to jinx it. When it's fully rooted, I'm going to show you, I think, 5 or 6 plants there I have. And I also got one more pot. I think I have exactly the same one, which I think a Hoya is in. Can't locate it now. I do like pots that look like heads though. So I got that. We perhaps don't have the best selection of pots here, but hey, it is what it is. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to hack a self-watering pot for a hanging planter. And maybe this is not super useful because the self-watering pots that I use are specific to me. A lot of people ask where they can order it. Someone found the same pot on Amazon. It's a brand called Santino. Everyone will ask again. I don't know, maybe I should make a separate video about this. I'm not really sure. Maybe a short. I don't know. Maybe we need to dabble in shorts again. But essentially, I repotted this yesterday in the video. This is Hoya Nui, and put it on a trellis, and you can see it's super stable. So this is a self-watering pot. And I already have Wymania in it. So those 2, I didn't want to get rid of this one, but I wanted to get rid of this one, but no one really wants it, so I decided to find some spot for it. I'm gonna be quite honest with you, I'm really loving the bamboo trellises because they do take up less space than a tower trellis. When you put a tower trellis, the plant kind of gets wide, which is fine for some of the small-leaved species, but these that get a little bit bigger, I seem to prefer them on bamboo hoop. So what will you need for this? You will need a pot, a self-watering pot. If you use a non-self-watering pot, this is a very simple hack. I don't think you need this video to tell you how to do it, but these are the self-watering pots. So they consist of one cover pot that has a small window, which is here. And it has an inner pot like that. And they go like this. So we're gonna use one of those. We are going to use a bamboo hoop. Now for bamboo hoops, I do put this tape on the bottom. The reason why we need this is twofold. One is because I will tie this with zip ties. So you really need something for the zip tie to grip on. You need friction. Otherwise, this is frictionless and it will slide out over time no matter how tight you make it. It seems to just want to slide out if you're using it as a hanging, because it's going to hang from here. So the force of the pot and the reservoir, it's just going to make it slide out. If you are not using it as a hanging plant, it's perfectly fine. If you want to put it in a pot, you can even lift it up by that. But if you want to have it long-term hanging, I do think you need some friction here. So I put, this is electrical tape, which is somewhere around, but doesn't matter now. And even the bottom, I isolated. And you know, the second thing is this will be exposed to moisture. It wouldn't be a problem if it's constantly exposed to moisture, but because it goes through wet and dry cycles, eventually it will rot. And you know, I just don't want this to fall off, and I think we can extend the life by having this. You know, I think some water and moisture will get in, but I think we will extend the lifespan by having the tape there. You will need a soldering iron, which again, we will plug it in. You will need some wire. We are going to make things that hold this in place. So the self-watering pot is melted here on the outside, and there are like two metal pieces that hold it in. And I will tell you how I made these. It's very simple. It's like a V, so it can kind of hook, if that makes sense. I wanted to make them flat, but that would easily slide out. This kind of hooks in, so it's not so easy to slide out. So we need a wire, and of course, you know, you will need some pliers, zip ties, which are here, and I use very small, thin zip ties for this. I don't think you need anything bigger. This is not super heavy duty. And you need a plant. So I showed you in the video yesterday that I wanted to repot this Hoya Nui, which I did. And there are 4 more. One of them I think is behind me. Hopefully I don't knock anything over. This is Hoya Finlaysoni Nova. It's been doing well in the past, but lately it hasn't been doing much, I think, because something probably happened with the roots. So we need to figure that out. I do like this plant, but it's definitely not in my top 5. However, seems we do get to keep her. I will repot this Finlaysoni Eulalia, which doesn't really have remarkable leaves. But it does have a double peduncle here, so it flowers quite a lot. So that's nice. And I have one that we will repot now. It is AH0734. We're going to repot this one. Whenever I see those new Clemenceorum types, to me they look very much like Finlaysoni. I mean, like you can see the veining on this. Like I see some of them and they claim they are Clemenceorum, but the veining ain't much different than this veining. And this veining is all over the place. I don't really know. I think the difference between Clemenceorum and Finlaysoni is very minimal. But we're gonna put her on a trellis today. I'm choosing on purpose the plant that is the smallest because I don't want to work. And we are going to do AH021 eventually. This looks a bit ridiculous because they put it on a small trellis and the pot is wide because of a big root system. However, I will try to put it in a smaller pot. Don't think it will work because I think it has a massive root system, but we are going to try to do that. Hey, maybe there is some rot we can look forward to and then put it in a smaller pot. Anyway, it's time to tie my hair and to get working. Let's make a bun. Why do I have so much more hair today than usual? Does it happen to you? Like some days I don't have any hair and some days I'm like, why is there so much? It's one of the best buns I ever made. Wish I could make that happen all the time for myself. So let's get my desk out, my table out, which by the way, I did mess up. We're not gonna talk about it, but I did mess it up a little bit. I do need to adjust you a little bit there. So we need a pot. I will do the rest of them off camera. We don't have so much time. We do need to get this video out. I did manage to edit yesterday, most of it, but whew, it's rough. So we need a trellis, and you don't need to make this so high. I honestly didn't measure. I actually don't like that this is so high, but hey, whatever. I'm not gonna fix it now. In the other ones, you saw that they're not so high, so just make sure to measure better than I did. So I'm putting 4 holes on each side, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. I do sort of hold the trellis to kind of guide me here, but it's not really necessary. You can do it without. So we do 4 holes like this on one side. We will need more holes than that, by the way. We're gonna make it holy. Not too many, we will need 2 more holes, 1 on each side and then on the other as well. I did melt through that electrical tape. Since I have all the pots here, I'm just gonna do all of them. Then you must burn yourself. We're going to grab the zip ties. I did leave my soldering iron on because I will need it once again very soon. So hopefully we don't burn down in this video as well. So zip ties, the way that I do it and the way I think you should do it is put the head inside the pot. It will be much easier for you, believe me. So that's what we do. And then we put the thing inside and, you know, make sure that it's not crooked. And then let's fasten them. I would not use pawn in this. I think that is going to be way too heavy for pawn. So I'm going to use the lightest mix, which is cocoa husk. We need to trim the things there. Okay, so I finished 4 of these pots. Now, the next thing you need to do is drill a hole on the side. So the way that I do this is I essentially do it through the outer pot until I go into the cover pot, and then I fix it up because it does look a little bit messy. Now, the way that I do it is I drill it a little bit down here because I want there to be enough of material left so it doesn't crack. So somewhere like here, I will drill it a little bit down. I mean, I am eyeballing. All right, so my camera did stop recording once again. This video is cursed. It's beyond cursed. I did repot Hoya in the meantime. You can see that that's finished. I'm not gonna do it again. I can't. Let's do one more. Oh my gosh, I hate myself. I hate this. From what I saw, what is missing is me essentially melting the pots. So you have seen me attach the bamboo hoops. So the next thing that I do, I'm just gonna pretend that I'm doing this. I put the cover pot on like this, and then I melt with the cover pot on, and then I melt through both of the pots. So I found that's the best way to sort of do it. And then what I do next is I cut these, I don't have enough wire left to show you because I bent them all, but essentially cut small pieces of metal about this size from metal wire. So something shorter than this, that's a leftover. It doesn't have to be precise. I mean, you'll figure it out. And then I bend it into a V shape like this. And the reason why I bent this into a V shape, I think if it's straight, it's gonna fall out. But if you put it in like this, it seems to hold the pot a little bit better, and it works if one part is a bit longer, if one end is a bit longer, and then it's sort of secure. Of course, without the potting mix, not so much. It's more secure with the potting mix in there. So that's essentially what you have missed while my camera stopped recording. I don't know if it overheated, what happened, I don't care. I want to be done at this point because we still need to edit this. So I'm going to repot this Finlaysoni Lalia. I really need an AI assistant. I told this to my friend Kathi. I need an AI assistant on my camera or something. They need to put something in to say, hey, you dumb bitch, you're not recording anymore, or something like that. Hey, you your microphone isn't turned on. You know, just something like very positive like that. And we will adjust the camera once again so you can see the repot. But honestly, the level of the cursedness in this video amazes me. So let's get the trellis out. Ooh. This one has a slightly larger root system than the previous one. The previous one didn't have the best roots because it was underwatered many times. This one, I mean, maybe it could be sized up to a larger pot, but we're not going to do that. We're trying to keep them small, or smaller at least. So I'm just going to get rid of the old mix as much as I can, but I'm not going to honestly do too much here because I am trying to get this done as quickly as possible, and these are super resilient. They flower all the time. All 4 of them, I think, flower they flower all the time. They're not flowering now, which is actually quite rare. And I think the reason they're not flowering right now is because, well, they are not in a spot where I cannot reach them. Usually when they put them in my window or somewhere where I cannot reach them, for example, when I hang them, I bet you they are gonna flower like crazy because then it's gonna fall all over the plants below. But now, because they are on the floor and they're easily accessible and I can easily clean up after them, well, now they're not flowering, which, you know, figures. We're gonna select this pot. My phone is telling me for the 3rd time that my time is out, so we are 3 times over the planned time for this portion of the video because we keep facing issues. I'm just gonna put some cocoa husk in there and the plant. Okay. And if this cuts out one more time, I'm done. I'm just gonna tell you. Cut out one more time and there is no video. Hey, maybe it is a subtle sign from the universe that I shouldn't put this video out. And by subtle, I mean not so subtle. All right. Now let's finish off by trellising this Hoya. I think this one is actually going to fill out the trellis nicely because we have 2 long branches and they are on both sides, even though this is not among my favorites. I'm keeping it for now at least. All right, and let's do the other. Oh! We have retrellised that one. It sort of looks okay. And now let's make sure that the holes align, which they don't, which makes me think this is not the correct pot for this. And I just put these inside. So this way. So the longer part is in the pot and sort of angled down. And there we go. Stable. We do the swing test. And here we go. We did actually one more. Isn't that lovely? No, it's not. All right, so we are finished here with this cursed vlog. I need to sign off sign out whatever pretty quickly here because who knows what's gonna happen. We do want to have an outro after all. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about the self-watering hanger hack thing. I hope you had a good week. I hope you're having a great Sunday. I also hope this comes out on Sunday because it is Sunday, and even though this should be a quick edit, this last section, we just don't know what's gonna happen at this point. I think universe is like, do not put this out. Let me know what you think of my new plants as well, my new pots, and I will see you on Wednesday with Hoya of the week, and then next Sunday I think we just need to have a chill video, which you can look forward to. I really had all the best intention for today to be better, but shan't be, it seems. It shan't be. Anyway, not to ramble on. See you soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye. I would like to take some time to thank all of my patrons for their incredible support. A massive shout out to my $5 patrons. My 2 anonymous patrons, Anna K, Alex von Siebenthal, Amber Clear, and Margaret Mudd, Angela Bernard, Angela Parrish, and C. Aspen Drake, Betsy, Brett Noble, Karen, Candy Tapp, Catherine Molina, Christine Claire Cola, Connie Pagano, Daniela Danube Daniels, Daria Kaminska, Deborah Violet, Deli Heridia, Diane Sikorsky, Dipanjali Rao, Either W, Erin Keenan, Eleni Saxon, Ellen M. Mortal, Farah, Gathering Moss, Gina Geisig, Go Green Tropical, Gross It's Kyle, Heather Uppingham, Hoji Scott, Hoya Heather, Yana Griffin, Jessica Chia, Jonas Barrior Flarson, Jovan Denot, Kara, Catherine P, Casey Gross, Callie Gallagher, Kelso, Kimberly Polka, Kiwi Mochi, Christy Ehrlich, Lisa Mary, MPLS, Lori J. Revert, Mandy Milliken, Marcel Har, Maria Stein, Marina Yarmolich, Mars B, Marty Miller, Mary Rose, Melissa Walker, Michael Curley, Michelle Herron, Nicole Ferranti, Mirka Grun Roos, Moa Edmond, Nelly Yang, Niha Basso, Nicole Moreau, Nina Nguyen, Nita Macy, Odette Brooke, BJ Planet Druid, Rachel Peterson, Sandra Cornelius, Sherry Kumar, Sophia Rian, Stephanie H2O, Tessa Martins, Tia B, TJWO, Trista Bailey, Tristan Thomas, Wendy Rossman, Zenia Green, Youth of the Walmut, Zaira Rivera, Zordarama, and Zlokov Niponi. A big thank you to my $3 patrons, Angelina Farnan, Anna, Kilone Constance, Daryl De Rosario, Eden C, Jessica Petron, Catherine Parsons, Kens Brown, Elle Lindberg, Lindsay Ann, Mary H, Monica Wykers, Nella, Saig Zera, Renee Church, Ringlov Tang, Watanas Riakul, and Wendy Foreman. And a thank you to my $1 patrons, 1 anonymous patron, Alice Borrelin, Brandon Pacheco, Christina Greengrass, Carissa Godley, Colleen Coyle Levi, Couture Helvetica, Emilia Bronson, Jamie Arsenault, Jolie Sullivan, Kayla Vavra, Kelly Ash, Chris Perez, Lauren M, Lorianne Subramaniam, Luzman Fernandez, Neely Spicer, Nerdy Kathy, Olivia Chin Mueller, Rebecca C, Sarah, and Tracy the Eyebuller.